Let me show y'all who Dashawn Jordan is then real quick, since you don't know. If you don't know, this is who he is. Amazing street skateboarder, amazing musician and artist. Almost didn't say that right. Is this mirrored? Oh. Look at that backside flip. It's crazy. Ladies and gentlemen, Dashawn Jordan, all the way from Arizona to come on to the Grind and Unwind stage, episode 19. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? How you doing, family? What's going on?
I'm doing good. I'm blessed, man. I'm alive.
Man, I'm so
alive. My family's good. I can't ask for nothing else.
I'm so happy to see you, brother. Everything going on with you, man. You got a lot on your plate right now. You've literally escalated in this last, let's say, 18 months in your life. And I've just been watching. And I want to bring you on. First off, it's Black History Month, so I want to celebrate somebody that's great as you, coming from Arizona, making your entire city proud and doing all the great things that you're doing. And you know, this story doesn't start from 18 months ago. You've been doing this for a minute now, and now you're just So first off, Dashawn, where we from?
I'm from Chandler, Arizona.
There you go.
I'm from Chandler, Arizona.
There you go.
Now I reside in Los Angeles.
I don't know what that
I moved
place
there
is.
in 2015.
I don't know what that is.
What is that? Been there ever since.
What's that? Was it Los Angeles? I'm just playing LA. I'm playing. I'm
yeah,
dumb.
I can't drop the full low. I can't drop the full low.
Exactly. So Dashawn, this is another thing I just want to get into. What age did you start skating, brother?
I want to say I started skating when I was about like 12, like 11, 12.
Okay.
Kind of a little later than most people, but yeah, I started around that time.
And then who got you into skateboarding? Damn, you're black.
I would say I heard
the damn fire thing. Y'all black. Go ahead. I heard it.
They like change the batteries. But I would say my group of friends I hung out with in Tucson, Arizona. It was kind of like whatever the group activity was, what we're all doing. And one day, it was hooping and somebody had a skateboard and I was super intrigued by it. So while they were hooping, I just couldn't stop riding the skateboard. Then ever since then, I kind of fell in love with it and was super intrigued by it. And, it continued to skate when I moved from Tucson to Phoenix. And yeah, just wanted to learn more about skating and gain more wisdom of what the culture was.
So it's just like a friend thing. You go into school, you see them doing, you pick up, and you get going. Do you have any of those friends from 12 that still skate today?
Man,
from that original crew.
I wish that I was still tapped in with a bunch of them from the original crew. Yeah, I'm not really in contact with any of them from the original crew. I've been out of Tucson for so many years now. I wish I was I actually had one homie who I reached out a minute ago. He didn't really skate, but he was a part of the friend group that we all hung out with and stuff, and kind of like was there when boards came around and we would hoop together, play football together.
Yeah.
But he just reached out to get a show love and for what I'm doing and stuff like that. So it was cool to hear from him. But yeah, I wish I was more in contact with more of them for sure.
So yeah, another thing you just brought up football real brief. I wanted to ask you, like, when I think about your build, bro, like, first off, you got an athletic background, don't you?
Yeah, so I played football for a couple of years. I played, like club basketball for a couple of years. Football, I played like flag, all the way. And I went to tackle. You know what I mean? Like that was like what I was doing for a minute. And even in high school, like my coaches that I had like in PE and freshman year, they were all just like, "Yo, Dashawn, like we think you should play football or wrestle for like you get an easy scholarship." So I remember one time I like called my homies, like all of them, and I was asking like, "Yo, should I take a year off to like play football?" You know what I mean? And all my homies were like, "Nah, just keep skating." And I kept skating, and I'm thankful I did.
Crazy. No, I'm just playing. I'm proud of you. That's a good decision. But I always think about this every day, Dashawn. Why don't you and I one day go into a JP Morgan Chase, act like you're Floyd Mayweather, see if we can get out $50 million? I think about it all the time. I swear to God, I think about it. I can pull it off. You know I know how to talk. I can finesse anybody. Bro, we put you on like a hood. You start going in there like doing your like little things. We don't talk. You know how Floyd conduct business. Like he can't really talk or read no way. So you feel me? You the educated version of him. You feel me? Because you don't got to talk or read if you can knock motherfucker. You just knock him out. You don't got to. Anyway, I think about this. And if you ever want to take me up on it, you got my number. We can go ahead, set it up. You feel me? We'll split it. We'll do 60-40 split because you look like him. You feel me? You take 60, I'll get the 40. Okay? I'll take 30 mil all day because I don't look like, who do I look like? Shaka Zulu? Anyway. So now we don't do football. We continue to skateboard. I'm guessing we're like in a high school now, like high school time. Are we filming a little bit with skating at this point?
Yeah, we were filming in Arizona. Like a lot of people were kind of just like they thought I was good, you know what I mean? But they all only knew me for like being in the skate park. So when I was like trying to grow out of that, and I was like trying to get on, a shop sponsor, they were always like, "Yo, we know he's good in the park, but like we haven't seen street footage." So it like kind of pushed me to like film my first part. And so I like filmed a part in high school, or it might have been even junior high, or like my freshman year, sophomore year of high school. I like filmed my first part, and then from there just started like street skating a bunch and got familiar with street skating.
Who's the skaters you're watching at this time?
Oh, dude, the skaters I was watching was like Heath, Dylan. The first skate video I'd ever owned was a Minefield.
Okay, so you started off right. You for sure started off right. That's a good way in is watching Minefield. That's like a good video. Hold on, I'm gonna pull that up while we talking, just to let that play in the background. So those are like your like beginning inspirations. How'd you come across that Minefield? How'd you come across that copy?
So I actually came across I actually came across Minefield because my OG Russell Powell from Arizona, who was like they were like kind of like those skaters in AZ. Like there was a board company called Zombie Skateboards, and like they were kind of like the dudes who was making the noise. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Ooh, okay, they were street skating. They were dropping video parts. Like they were like the all-star team in Arizona. And so Russ actually gifted me Minefield for my birthday.
Wow. That's a hell of a birthday gift. That's not something you're gonna forget, because watching Minefield, I remember when that dropped. So this is like a little after Fully Flared. That felt like the next biggest video till Stay Gold dropped. Minefield was like, Minefield was almost like, this is where skating is for real. Like the fashion and like, they filmed the most artsy and all this other stuff. So shout out to that for real. Okay. So now we filmed this video part. Does anything pick up for you? Do you get a sponsor?
I would say I would say that the skating kind of picked up. Is it supposed to be a little like delayed?
Delayed. The video or you? What are you saying?
The audio.
Oh, the audio is fine. It sounds really good on my end. So
okay. On my end it sounds delayed, but
okay, now you good. So yeah. So does any sponsors pick up?
So I start like skating more. I entered like my first contest, which was like Phoenix Am. In the first year, I couldn't skate it because they said I didn't have like enough, like my sponsors weren't big enough. So I was still trying to film around that same point. You know what I mean? I was still filming parts. I wouldn't say things picked up and more people found out about me until after like my first year of skating Phoenix Am. I skated like well, and then after that, I was like getting boards. I got boards from Dark Star. I got boards from Death Wish. And then just like I was on crew at the time, so I was helping with that. But things kind of picked up once I was like kind of getting more on the scene like that and skating like the big AM contest.
Yeah.
And then it was still kind of like a thing that like I wasn't fully credited for my street skating. You know what I mean? Like, 'cause, like I would get on the scene that way, but on the back end, like people didn't know, I've been street skating. And so like once I started, I moved to LA 2015 and started street skating out there and filming parts and putting them out in like bigger outlets. It like kind of made more noise and like people became more aware. Like, dang, he actually skates street. But I would say I finally broke out of like that.
Whatever was that little knot. You broke out of that little knot that people kind of had you in is when you made the move to LA.
Oh, bro, I used to be mad, bro. I used to be like, bro, I'm not only a contest skater, like I skate street. Like I used to argue. I used to have phone calls with the TMs all the time, telling them like, bro, get me on a trip, bro. Like I street skate, bro. Like,
yeah. So What was the inspiration to move to LA? I know you know like the industries out there. Did you have like a homie that went and was like, "Hey, yo, come with me, bro. Like we really gonna do this," or was like a you on your own thing? Like I'm going here. This is what I'm finna do.
Um,
What was behind the decision to move to Los Angeles?
uh, so but what's behind the decision was definitely, I think, like I always wanted to move to LA. It was like a dream place I wanted to move to when I was young. Even like skating, just growing up and like watching shows like New Pollution and Fuel TV. All the kids who were beastie, they
Yeah,
all lived in California,
yeah.
and so I was like super like intrigued by that, and I just wanted like be a part of that scene. So like I wanted to do homeschooling and like what I mean earlier, but my family really wanted to see me like graduate high school, so I stayed until I finished, and then I moved out there. But I was going back and forth and staying with like my OGs like Steve Clare, who was a rep for Crew, Chris Brown, who was like a TM for Crew.
Breezy.
They were all. It's funny. That's people like, yeah. So I used to always go stay with them for like little contests and stuff and chill, and they had me around out there. You know what I mean? And so I was kind of getting familiar with LA until I finally moved out there. In 2015. After going out there for like in the summers, you know what I mean, and chilling. I just really just like I just wanted to have like be in the skate world, like, and I feel like that's what LA had.
Yeah. Okay. So now that you're breaking whatever this is, you're around these actual people in this industry. You're starting to stack these clips. What is the now when you're in LA? What is the first thing that's really picking up for you that you recognize?
Um, it was. I would say I was just like I was starting to skate the street and just be around skaters that were at a different level that was like pushing me,
Okay.
and that helped me also like kind of grow my skateboard and skate at a better level because I was just seeing everybody who was just like really beast.
Yeah.
And then I would say it picked up after that because I was skating and people were aware of the things I was skating, and it was more of like uh, a better way to like see like what my real potential was. I feel like because I'm like now starting to skate like like spots that like people are skating and know of instead of being
Mm,
in Arizona where like people know about spots in AZ, but like LA is like the mecca of skating, so
exactly.
it was easier to be around and grow in that sense with my potential.
It's super unfortunate the spots that are in Arizona that are the big ones. It's like that 17, that 15. Like you gotta be ready to fly for real on y'all spots
Yeah.
out there for them to have like the credibility, or even I think the long 11, like that's like through that
Hmm.
hallway,
Yeah.
or even the gap. Like every Arizona spot is just nuts. That like
Yeah.
matters trick wise. Like they're all insane. So I know what you're saying. You're coming out here. You're getting this level of relevancy. Who's the first person to show you support? First company, first person.
Man, I would say, I would say, oh, like the first company
Yeah.
that I was on sponsored by.
When you
Um,
got out here, like when it's all starting to
um,
switch for you, like who's like now backing the fact that you're not just this competition guy or skate park skater.
Man, it's crazy because like when I first before I met Barrett, right?
Yeah.
I lived in uh I was living in different places like Long Beach with Oliver Flores, who gave me my first box of Nikes. He started me on Nike. It was people like him and a Barrett. I would say Steve because like he the Barretts was like it, you know what I mean? And so like he had a lot of filmers on staff, and so he connected me, and I was connected with people who filmed who worked for the barracks, and I was going out and street skating with. And that was where like I filmed my first couple of parts when I first moved to LA. Was having that outlet, you know what I mean? So I'm forever thankful for him giving me that opportunity and the people that I was able to connect with because I didn't know anybody out there to street skate with and stuff. And my only
Yeah.
people I knew was like my homies that I met through the barracks that were going out. I would just go out with them and film and skate and stuff. So I would say he did a lot for me, you know what I mean? Like he let me live with them rent free. I was out street skating all the time. I had the park to skate unlimited hours. You know what I mean? Like it was a lot of stuff. And then, like I said, people like Oliver Flores, who was like, started me on Nike, and then um, my bro Ryan Dow, he was like the main filmer I was always skating with, in
Yeah.
around that time. And I actually met him through like the Element thing where like I won, and the thing that came with the Element thing was like, oh, you get we send a filmer to where you're from, and you film the segment that we feature on the barracks.
Mm.
And so like I met Ryan, and that was kind of who I was street skating with in the barracks. Like, dropped all my parts in the beginning, and all that stuff.
And that's the stuff like Sovereign and all that kind of rolled out. So
Yeah.
now that's kind of like where we are today is like, so you're saying 2015, it kind of rolls on. You're with that for like a little bit. Then you win the street league in Chicago a couple years later.
Yeah.
And that's when it really kind of settles in for you, right? Now with that growth is like, that's all. Yeah. Like those are really, but bro, can you please explain why you're so good at this music shit, family? Like, can you explain, like, now we're caught up on the skating because we're almost like in today. What, who, how, where does that come from?
So I would say with the music, I didn't like, I always had a passion for music, when I was young. Like, my mom had put us in choirs, me and my sister and stuff, but it wasn't like I was like, Mom, I want to be in the choir. It was like, oh, I'm putting you and your sister in the choir.
Hold on
like,
real quick, Dashawn. One second. Just stay there. Just give me 1 second. Hey, chat. Oh, no, I don't want you on the screen for this. This is by myself. Yo, hey, don't talk about the smoke detector. Don't look at my shorts. Don't talk, hey. Wait, oh, damn. I done went to the wrong camera. I'm back. Hey. Don't worry about the smoke detector. It's going to go off. It's streets. Stuff. Listen to the story. You hear me? All right. What's up, Dashawn? Talk. Yeah, you were saying.
Oh, that's me or yours?
I had to get what?
The detector.
That's your detector. It's not mine. I don't have one. That's your shit. That's your
grandma. That's like.
That's for sure your shit. And you over there. If you at grandma's house, you need to reach up and change that mug, bro. You need to go grab you some AAA or AA batteries right now, twist it off, and help grandma get the stool. I know you about 5'8". Go change that goddamn smoke detector. Okay. Nah. So yeah, bro. So where's this music come from, bro? Because like, bro, like. You already know I'm the ultimate supporter, homie. This is what the chat was saying today, because we got the TikTok audience in here, which is different from my old ass. But they was over here like, damn, you mad glazing. I am the glaze captain, bro. I don't give a damn. I don't care, bro. You could put it, meme it. Oh, he glazing. Point and laugh when you see me in traffic. I don't give a damn. Why are you so good at music, bro? What's popping? Story.
Yeah, I would say. Like I said, when I was younger, Mom Dukes had me and my sister in choirs and stuff, but it wasn't like I had a passion for music then. It was just kind of like she was putting us in it. Like it wasn't my choice. It wasn't my sister's choice. It was just like, oh, I'm putting you on the choir. And we like, it would say this past couple years, like after I moved to LA or when I was coming around the time of wanting to be more vulnerable with like my music passion and stuff. I just was like, I met some amazing people, my older bros, who were like in the music industry, and like I was just getting good constructive criticism by them, and so I was starting to understand and mature through music. You know what I mean? Just vocally and just like with the wisdom I had and how I like really grew my passion for music, and like music like is my world. And once I started doing that, it was a thing where like I was getting better. For a minute, I wasn't telling people nothing, and I was sending all my music to my homies.
Mm-hmm.
And then once I was like sending it to people that were like like the bigger name homies who was like now starting to say like, yo, it's good, like what you gonna do with it, like
what's popping with this?
Yeah, that's when I was like starting to gain more confidence and just dropping it, you know what I mean? And then like kind of like just started went for like I was scarce at the beginning, but then I kind of just came to this realization of like, yo, like this is my passion. I'm gonna like I'm gonna give the world all of me.
I had this experience with it. I've been doing this since I was young, and you're just it's coming to life for you. Like, Another thing is, I know you deal with like that typical talk about like, oh, you doing the music, just skate or whatever, bro. You like the first, besides like the like the Knockhells, like the Sages, or even people that have tried to like branch off. You're one of the first that is like actually like harmonizing / singing. That I'm like, bro, he belongs in this space, bro. Like, you deserve to be a musical powerhouse, bro. So first off, real quick, when this uploaded, Dashawn, I hit you, I think, 2 minutes and 5 seconds after this went out.
Oh yeah.
I texted you, I called you. Cause chat, we just gonna go ahead and listen to Dashawn Jordan Prosper. Any weather. Hey, go. Go. We're gonna give him a little bit. Hold on. We're gonna get him a little bit. We made it. Woo! Come on. Talk it. From the videos? Bro, hold on now. You goddamn right we made it. You goddamn, he can laser flip Hollywood 16 and he can sing to you, bitch, bro. And he can harmonize to your main skeezer, dog. Stop playing with my nigga, bro. Stop playing with my nigga. Anyways, all right, I'm back. I've got my composure. Now, first off, another thing that I want to give you like a lot of kudos on too. Look, you and the guy she tells you not to worry about. Yes, it's Dashawn, 100%. So another thing I want to is the videos you sent me, the music videos that you're creating. You also understand how to display yourself. You feel me? No, it is always niggas with the last name. Oh, damn. It is always people with the last name Jordan. They're always great. God, it is. Duke, you're so right about that. Every Jordan is fire. Do you got any relation to Mike?
Oh no, I gotta find out.
Hey, go find out. Cause hey, like I said, we don't even got to do the Floyd money thing. We don't got to do the bank shit. If you know Mike, he got bread too. We'll just ask Uncle Mike for $5-6. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, yeah. So what is the whole? Who's helping you out with this direction, like with the visuals and everything like that?
So for Prosper, so I got an amazing team. We actually go by the name of DFRNT, which abbreviates like different studios, different records, and it's a group of my really good friends like Patrick. He's the first engineer I started working with in LA, actually, so he's seen the whole growth. And then I went on to work on my homie Zaba as well, which are my two like right hand producing engineers. I love those dudes. They've always gave me great constructive criticism. They don't lie to me. They really have helped me grow. And with the visuals, like for Prosper, for example, like I'm very like hands on, like with like a lot of stuff I work on and drop. You know what I mean? Like I like to be, because I feel like I have a good vision, but I also like to give my vision, being open to like criticism and ideas of others. So like it's like a whole thing. And I woke up, I was driving home from the studio one night, and I actually had made this song. This was like a recent one I had made. Mm-hmm. We're trying to figure out what to drop, and like I woke up and I was like, yo, like Pat, like we gotta drop Prosper, bro. I got this idea in my head where I want to rent a pier space that's like white wall spotlight, like it's very intimate, like cinematic type video. And I was like, we gotta do that. So we literally, the night before I said that, we rented the pier space that next day, went and shot this in like an hour, and then we dropped it like the next day. I actually had left and went out of town to skate a contest, but yeah, I just woke up with that feeling. Like I like it, when it comes to me, that's when I'm just like, yo, let's do it, And this one just came to me, and actually being one of like my fastest like growing and videos that like did a lot. Like I remember before I dropped this video, like I had like 1,700 subscribers on YouTube.
Yeah.
And after this came out, like I'm at like 18,000. You know what I mean? Like
this, you are at 18,000. I was about to tell you that. That's a huge leap.
This singing, like showing people I could sing, really like I feel like even kicked my music stuff a little even harder, because people like are now like, yo, like he's actually like an artist. Like he's not just rapping. Like he like and that's been intriguing people the most. When I tell somebody I make music and I sing, they're like, you sing? I'm like, yeah. And like they do their research and they find out like, oh, you sing, and I'm like, yeah, like like I want you to find out. But yeah, it's been a blessing, man. Like I want to take this music stuff to the next level and do it. You know what I mean? I want to be a skater who's just still stacking clips and going crazy in that. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get trophies and plaques. So I mean, what they say, trophies and Grammys. So I'm like, I'm trying to really get a Grammy one day and just be like, yo, like, you know what I mean? Like,
bro, you're on your way. Cause when you think about like the energy from like what you gonna do about it, like obviously you made an anthem with that one, but I know that it's like the reactions of like, how do you say it? Like they weren't feeling it all the way. People got it. A lot of people got it. You feel me? That needed to. And I know you're one of those people who really don't care about this, but I'm saying it was like now with Prosper, like you said, the energy is switched behind the artistry. And now that takes me to like my next idea. So like a little bit out of music and back to skateboarding. This is like when I want to. It's like now you're on April. You feel me? You had a home and toy machine for a little bit. I know. I want to ask, what was like the thing that kind of like made you get off of there and go to April? Was there like a situation, or were you just like kind of?
So I would say honestly, like it was great over there. Like I loved everybody. Mike Sinclair had actually brought it to me, and said that it was, Ed. I hit him, and Ed was like, "Yo, like, what's up with Dashawn? Like, let's get him on, like, type of thing." And so it was
Yeah.
like, those two dudes who were bad for me. I had homies on there too, but I was like getting to know the team more after.
Mhm.
And like, after being on there for a little bit, it was one of those things where literally like it was not even premeditated. Like I had already agreed to ride with Shane and the OG Chris Middlebrook to Vegas for Street League, and so it was the night before we're at Paul's, and I was not expecting this whatsoever, bro. I'm like skating, and my bro Andrew calls me, and I get off the phone, and Shane's like, "Did he tell you?" And I'm like, "Tell me what?" And then he's like, "Come outside real quick." And I go outside, and he's like, "So pretty much like, I know this thing going on, but like, I wanted to like, like ask you if you would be down to ride for April."
Wow.
And I was just like, bro, I was like, what? I was like, bro, you can't just throw this on me. You can't just throw this on me the night before we drive to Vegas. Like, bro, this is crazy.
Yeah, type. Exactly. So
And so like
go ahead.
I was like, bro, like it's a no-brainer, but I gotta figure out like the quitting stuff and stuff like that. But I'm like, bro, like I would love to. Like I'm honored that you asked me. That's where all my friends are. Like I got friends over at Toy, but like my like homies
And
that
I know
I'm
I'm
with
gonna
every
get into that.
day.
I'm gonna get into that next too.
Mm-hmm.
So another
It
thing
just
is,
felt right. Yeah.
the next I was about to say, was this more of a I didn't leave Toy Machine. It was just the offer of April made more sense for me.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it wasn't like I left Toy Machine to get a better leg. Like I genuinely left because I was like, bro, this is what I've been searching for. This
So
is my first time being around an organization like a company with like my real like Yuto's my best friend. We live
which
together.
actually
Yo.
I was about to get right into that.
Yeah.
What chat doesn't know, and what you might not know, is the Olympic gold medalist, which we, what I'm saying, just Yuto is somebody that was under you when he first came out here. Like
Yeah.
the reason why Yuto swag is different, and a lot people don't know that you guys were roommates, and you were telling him a lot of things. I mean, obviously he had his skateboard talents, but it's like you were like, nah, bro, you could do it like this and be like this. And now he has taken off the chinos, and he got fits on, and he conducted himself. You feel me? Y'all was roommates. Tell me about like living with Yuto. How was that?
It was amazing. Like he moved in. So we traveled and like I was when we got in Street League at the same time in Barcelona, and the whole tour of Street League when we were AMs, like Nike always had us room together. They put him with nobody else but me because I was the only one he was like the most comfortable with, and like I was mellow, like I wasn't like extra nothing. And this is when he couldn't speak no English, and so we got close to touring like that. One time I was out of town, he posted something about being hurt. So Andrew took him to like Dr. G, which is a doctor Nigel showed me.
Yeah.
And on the end up Yuto going. Andrew started getting cool with him too. And then he started hanging out with so much, he just finally was like, yo, like, he wanted to move in. And we're like, yo, that room's open. It's only in Chino. We're like, yo, that room's open. Like, if you want to, you can move in there. And he moved in with us, started hanging out. We skated every day together, like skating. Like, we would be betting each other stuff. Like, we grew up together legit. And so it was kind of cool to see that whole, like, thing, that leaf turn of him, like, starting to become more better and, learn better English. Because Andrew full on, like, all the way from Chino to the El Monte crib, he would be downstairs, like, with an English book teaching Yuto English,
How to speak
like
English.
legit,
Yeah,
like,
bro.
like Andrew literally put would do that like every night, like it was a thing, And so after that, when we were Chino, it's funny because I think the first thing when he was starting to learn about like swag and sauce and stuff, I got rid of like I had at the old Chino house, I had so many shoes that I was like keeping, that I was like collecting, and when we moved from that crib because we like got a smaller spot, I had to get rid of a lot of shoes, and so
yeah.
I remember he was coming upstairs, bro. Bro wasn't even my size, but just because the box said Supreme on it, he wanted them. He wanted this just because it says Supreme. He just wanted them. So he was like taking boxes downstairs, and I'm like, bro, it's not even your size. Like, what are you doing? And so
He's like, no care.
as he started just like yeah, I started to find himself more and stuff like that. He started finding out it's more my sauce and his music and everything and his taste. And so it's funny, we us always joking, like, bro, you got no drip, like no drip. And he had a Thrasher interview come out, and Louis asked him a question. He was like, "Yo, like how you feel like, like,
Hey, something's happened to your
like,
audio, family. Something's going on with your audio.
uh,
Is your
is it still good or no?
is your phone on Wi-Fi next to you?
No.
Okay. That's all. It just kind of
Let me
went out.
see.
Now it's back. Go ahead. So
Okay.
Louis asked him a question.
So Louis asked him a question in the Thrasher interview, and Louis was like, "Yo, so when like would you say like we moved with Dashawn? Would you say you're like that's when you like found out about fashion and stuff?"
Yeah.
And I always give him shit for this because everybody started like, "Oh, he's always telling me you don't got no drip." And in the interview, he was like, "Yeah, like I would say I learned about fashion when I moved in with Dashawn."
Wow.
And so now anytime he said that, I'm like, bro, I'm like, it's in print. Like you can't say like
don't
it's
try
in full print. Like you.
Now, look, now that takes me to another segment for both of you. Speaking of fashion, both of you have been a part of Louis Runways now.
Yeah.
Like, I want to think about you guys as sponsors, not to like downplay, the Sovereigns of the world or the Blinds of the world. They just don't hold a lot of weight for the talent that you guys had. You've always been super good at skateboarding. You know what I'm saying? They don't hold a lot of weight to people. It's like now, April, Louis, you feel me? All your other endeavors, like you came this long way together, you and Yuto, bro. Like this is a fire story. Like then now you're doing your music thing. You're getting like you're working in the studio with Ty Dolla Signs and getting melodies and harmonizing. Like you've taken this small opportunity to go out to California in 2015. And now look at life for you, bro. Like just this weekend doing your first show at home, you said, for Home is Where the Heart Is. Like you went back and you had people whispering in like each other's ear, like, bro, Dashawn is really representing Arizona. Like, how does that make you feel?
It makes me feel good, man, because like I was telling somebody when I was out there, I had like a little radio interview there, and I was like, I was like, at the end of the day, like, and actually when I came up with the name of it, it stuck out to me because at the end of the day, all these experiences and this knowledge I get, like I always bring it home. I want to do stuff there, and it's even my music is like, every city has people with their music. In the city, Arizona, they really starting to find out, like, I'm like in music like that. Like it's more out there in LA. When I come home, I'm like, doing stuff like, and I hadn't really like applied pressure to like for it to be like to create awareness of my music back home yet.
Yeah,
it's kind of like that like entry level to it, you know what I mean? And so the whole time working on this event, I was meeting more people, met people at the radio, you know what I mean? Like, and it's been good, but like for me, just doing this home, it's like, performing my first show back home, it meant a lot to me too, because I was like introducing that, it's like the first time I skated Phoenix Am.
Yeah.
People found out about me then, I created awareness. It's like now, like that show, there's probably people there who like were at the skate event in the daytime who had never heard my music or was like curious to see how I was performing. I was stoked to be able to make that happen and like bring that alongside with some of my other homies who have the same dreams and goals as me. Yeah, and interests in me. So that right there, like I literally when I was on stage, I said it in my thing. I was like, bro, like, I could cry, and I legit almost cried, but I stopped myself. But I didn't like start crying.
We crying, like, it was, bro. 2024, Dashawn, we crying, we glazing, we supporting, we doing what we want. If we want to make music, we ignoring haters. All 2024. Yeah, look at you. You're proof of it. Like, you're proof of like, what are you talking about? Like you're proof to any hater. Like, hey, what are you saying to me?
Yeah, and it meant like, bro, that whole weekend and the event meant so much to me, bro. Even just thinking about it, like I always like I like start to cry. I'm like, damn, like I really been talking about doing something like this for years, and just giving my homies this opportunity to like do this and highlight it in a way that like is like not being done for us, for the people who want to do this, like be like multifaceted, right? It's like there's not really like gateways for that to happen because like it's either you this or this, and then people who are like in it, like they don't like they kind of are egotistic, so they're not gonna like let somebody in who's probably like an athlete, but it's like a weird like thin line between like love and hate when somebody like comes into a new space, you know what I mean? So like being a person who's like on both ends with the skating and the music, and I understand how it's hard for that crossover. Like my whole thing is like, it's this thing I live by that I saw a minute ago that I like saved, and it was like be undeniable, bring value, take nothing personal. And how I exercise those in my life is like, when I say bring value, it's like, okay, what can I apply to this space? How can I help this to like for around me? What can I use?
Wi-Fi.
Be undeniable.
Your computer tweaking out. Tweaking out on us. Computer tweaking out. Yo.
Me?
Dashawn?
Yep. Yeah.
I see you, but it was tweaking out for a second. I don't know what happened.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I think somebody else might be on the Wi-Fi, but that's all. It's all good.
Is it good now?
It's better now. But yeah, no, say that quote one more time.
It was bring value, be undeniable, and take nothing personal.
That's a bar. That's a bar. Hold on. I got to play my sound effects for that. That is a bar. Where is it at? Damn, I don't remember all my stuff, bro. I had one that was going to be really good. Oh, there we go. Nope, that's not it. That's not it. I don't know what I'm doing. Anyways, so now, look at that puppy. So, Dashawn.
Yeah.
He said, how does XGames only have... It doesn't matter. Yo, so I want to...
Yeah.
Now, you're...
Stop.
You're doing all these amazing things. You've had this performance. I want to ask you real quick. Was Pushing for Pink your first show?
Oh, yeah.
Pushing for Pink, I think, was actually my first. I did one in Arizona, actually.
Oh.
That was at like my big homies like Bulldog show they had.
Okay.
But Pushing for Pink was like my first like big show in front of like homies in LA, like in front of people. Like that was my first show technically for real.
Okay. Yeah.
Obviously, granted, the opportunity from you, which meant a lot to me because I was like a big crowd and it just felt good to be able to like perform. I was nervous, but it felt good to like put myself out there, and I like doing that, being uncomfortable because that's where the most growth is.
I want to ask you that. How do you get nervous knowing you're Dashawn Jordan?
What do you mean?
Like you can 270 lip slide Hollywood 16. But saying your music in front of a couple people, bro, I don't understand nerves. This is like something I just want to ask you. Like, I don't understand nerves.
No, yeah, it's a Luna. Stop, go. Yeah.
Like how I don't understand that. So
I would say like, I don't know. It's more of a sense where like I want to like how I feel like it's given the opportunity I'm giving. How do I maximize it? Whether it's the minutes, the seconds, the hours of showing what I'm really capable of.
Mm-hmm.
And my nerves come from letting down myself in the amount of time or opportunity I have to show.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. It's not like if I'm not ready, it's not like how I sound. It's how can I give my best in this window of opportunity that I'm given or time I'm given without and leave there people knowing like I'm capable of doing something and leaving people interested in following that journey and seeing what that real potential is,
Okay.
That's where my nerves come from,
Making sure that you execute that is like where the nerves come up more than any. Okay, because somebody, Duke Relaton, said in chat, this is a producer, he actually wants to get in touch with you. He's actually a homie. Says, because being a creative and putting that on display is vulnerable as hell. Now, for me, I think
100%.
I think everything that I've ever done, like that I've put out, even though I was doing music for a little bit, it always feels like a joke to me. Like I don't. Even when I'm like serious in my music, like I always want everybody when I'm in the studio or doing something, I don't want jokes. I want to all do it seriously. But like, if anybody's like, "Oh, this is weak" or don't like it, it's funny to me. I don't take anything seriously, so I think that's why I didn't have that level of like understanding. Like you said, you want to execute a moment. Now, I appreciate you being here. So now I'm gonna get around to the ending questions of the show. Who is your Mount Rushmore of skateboarding? 4 favorites, nothing more, nothing less, that inspire you, who you rock with. Go.
Eric Costin, P-Rod, I would say Guy Mariano, and Dylan Reeder.
That's right. Damn. That's right, chat. Got the applause playing. I don't know if you can hear them. That is a hell of a... And now I want to ask you, Dashawn, besides our viral laser flip back over Willie moment, what is your favorite X Games moment?
My favorite X Games moment would be, man, probably when I won.
That's right, my boy. That's right, my boy. Hey,
When I got my
2024,
first gold medal.
2024. We appreciating our damn self, okay?
Yeah.
2024,
I would
we
say,
appreciating our damn self. Shout out to that, man. Okay.
yeah, humbly, speaking, I know that I've been skating X Games for a minute now, and it was just cool to like, get a goal. Like I've gotten silver and all that, and it just was cool to like, say,
really win.
add one, like that is it feels, that was a good moment for me, and there's been other things, but that was like one that was like, dang, like
I
that.
really won.
I was stoked on that, like to have an X Games gold medal.
All right, well now it's coming to the end of the show. We do a thing called 1,000,000 bars. I freestyle us out of here. You can either be back with your family, or you can stay with your boy. But I'm gonna spit my stuff to roll us out of here with the chat.
Okay.
1 second. I got my beats. Where my beats at? God damn it, I'm unorganized. I don't even know where my drawers at if I didn't have a drawer. Shit, man. Where are my beats? Yep. But yeah, man, I do want to say thank you for coming on to this.
Oh, you're welcome, King.
I appreciate you. Hold on, let me download my
anything from my boy.
You already know. Look. Hold on, let me see. I think I might have did this beat already, but I don't feel like dealing with all that. So I'm gonna just go ahead and do it again. Chat, let me know when y'all can hear it. Chat, let me hear it. Hold on, let me know. When y'all, hold on. Wait 1 second. Yeah. All right. Can y'all hear that, chat? You hear me loud and clear? Do you hear the beat? They say they don't hear the beat, Dashawn. They say I'm messing up, Dashawn.
They say you messing up?
They say I'm messing up, Dashawn. Okay. Hold on. Oh, it's because I'm not playing the beat because Gary's an idiot. Chat. You got it? There we go. I think I already played this one, but shout out D. He said the beat's really low. Put them words in the chat, man. Go. Can y'all hear it now? All right. Yo. All right. Episode 19. It's looking green. Got Dashawn Jordan. SB's on the feet. He's sporting. Now, I don't like that, but that's okay. I'm proud of you, dog. Get your payday. Representing AZ, yeah, the long way. Coming from Chandler. Real stand-up guy. Too fly with the laser flip. I used to roast you back in the day for the kick flip. But now you fix the ish. Now you tweak the bitch. Now you catching all boats when you do the shit. Hey, he said, your smoke detector. He said, get your smoke detector with the beat. The sheesh, the ooh, the ah, the why. Is it gone? Went off. You need to change the batteries, boy. You really tripping. You at grandma's house. Get it right, boy. You slipping. But now you on the things, doing all your now you doing your now you throwing your all up in your ish, getting it right with your own shows. God prosper making hits, you already know, bro. Hey, you the man and they cannot doubt it. Hitting spots like what's up? What you gonna do about it? On April, signed with the shoe, getting all type of endorsements. Nothing new, Uncrustables. The beat's over. All right. Well, that wraps another episode of Grind and Unwind. Gary Rogers, Dashawn Jordan, man. Hey, like I said, I do a little out speech as well. This is something I'm doing to show a lot of appreciation for people. Is Dashawn, when I tell you, young black brother, I am beyond proud of you. The man that you already were and the man that you are has been the exact same, but with growth in the best ways. You understand? So wherever you're going, please kill it. Step on their neck. Let them feel you, hear you. Don't look back. Don't listen. Because you belong. You belong at the top. You belong there.
Thank you, brother.
That's your
Appreciate
seat. That's
you.
your throne, and you need to take it, King. You feel me? And
Appreciate you.
And go ahead. And you know what I'm saying? You're motivating a lot of kids. You're an idol to a lot of people that look like you because of how you are carrying yourself. You don't sag,
Appreciate you.
You don't sag your pants. Your mom is proud of how her son looks. You a man,
100%.
you a man, and you're a hell of a skateboarder, an artist, and a talent. And we appreciate your existence, Dashawn Jordan. That wraps another episode of Grind and Unwind. Gary Rogers, Dashawn Jordan. Good night. We out to be.